पे
नमस्कार
सर।
सर।
नमस्ते नमस्ते सर।
प्रसाद सर कर दो स्टार्ट.
Yeah, yes. Let us begin, sir. Let us begin and start. Proceed. So, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon to Yogesh Mate, Librarian, St. Vincent College, today's speaker, and participants, colleagues, everyone, good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the fifth day of the Skill Enhancement Program on Research Methodology and Innovation in Scholarly Communication, organized by ILJ West Zone. And over the past 4 days, yesterday leaving because of Sunday, we had 4 sessions. We have engaged in highly enriching sessions on research ethics, innovation in scholarly communication, intellectual property rights, and patent filing strategies. So today we have one more speaker with us. Each discussion has been insightful and has provided us with new perspectives to strengthen our academic and professional practices. Today, on the fifth day of this series, we turn to yet another vital aspect research, that is conducting a literature search using open access resources for research purposes. So this is very important topic in sense we have till now many subscribed databases, subscribed softwares, licensed softwares, proprietary softwares, proprietary resources. Now, these are key and important reason is it is open access resources we are using here, particularly to make our literature search and all. And coming days, most of the literature would be available in open access only, rather than proprietary databases and online databases. So in the present digital era, the ability to effectively explore open access platforms is an essential. It is essential to explore to the open access platforms for every scholar, academician, professional, librarians. This session will guide us in identifying reliable resources, refining our research strategies, and making the most of free available scholarly content. I warmly welcome our distinguished resource person of the day, once again, Mr. Yogesh Mate, Librarian, St. Vincent College, Pune.
Thank you, sir.
And I also extend my greetings to all the participants who have been consistently engaging with the program and contributing to its success. Let us look forward to another thought-provoking and productive section today. May I now request my colleague and friend, Dr. Parshuram Kattimani, Senior Vice President of ILA, University Librarian, Central University of Karnataka, Kalaburgi, Karnataka, to say few words about ILA and about this program. Thank you. Now may I request Kattimani sir to take over.
Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to one and all. I am very delighted to speak on this occasion of a skill enhancement program for all LIS professionals in India. Research methodology and innovation, scholarly communication. The 5 days the program has been conducted. Indian Library Association, especially the credit goes to the West Zone. West Zone, Dr. Milind Ansani and other Dr. Sambhaji, Dr. Vinita Jain, and many of our all ILA team continuously putting their best effort to, conduct this program. This is a very apt of today's challenging to meet to the LIS professionals. There is a one word of saying is that publish or perish. So in this era, we are all running behind with a lot of things to do it. Otherwise, we will be left behind with the professionals and make the things to be changed. Now, UGC also bringing up a lot of changes in between. And again, it has been changed certain that your publication has to be restricted to this certain era. So this is kind of a process where we all should go in hand. And in this connectivity of this 5 days program on different topics, research, ethics and plagiarism awareness, which is very good topic, and innovation, intellectual property rights. Then theme patent filing, the process and case examples, the theme strategies on e-writing and publishing, the quality. May I request you mute it, please?
Fatima, please mute yourself.
Yeah, strategies and key writing, publishing quality research papers. So, and last of today's the session is on conducting a literary search using open access resources for the research purpose. This is the very important theme has been selected and made this all theme to be presented, and all the LIS professionals are enlightening with this. So in this entire, the gamut of knowledge is coming up over here. So I am very grateful, thankful to the chief patronage, organizers, then as well as the core organizers of our Indian Library Association. The ILA is not like an earlier, we are in bombarding and we are doing a lot of activities in and around. That credit goes to all our ILA team and in the leadership of our president of, Professor Pradeep Rai, who is taking lead to make in a right direction move and make the things to be happen. So I am very delighted to speak on this occasion, and without much wasting of my time, now I request our co-organizer to continue to give the platform to the speaker and let hear from him, and that's how our knowledge transformation goes from one hand to another. Thank you one and all for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for enlightening speech for us. And the time has come to introduce today's speaker. And we have Bhoop Singh Verma with us. He was a council member, West Zone, and a librarian, Bharatiya Skill Development University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. He's an old friend of mine. May I now request Bhoop Singh Verma sir, to introduce today's speaker to the audience. Thank you. Is Bhoop Singh available?
Verma
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
please.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. Myself, Dr. Bhoop Singh, librarian, Bharatiya Skill Development University, Jaipur, and ILA Council member, West Zone. On behalf of the Indian Library Association, West Zone, and the organizing committee of the 5-day Skill Enhancement Program on Research Methodology and Innovation in Scholarly Communication, I extend a warm welcome to all the participants. It is my privilege to warmly welcome our 5th day's expert, Mr. Yogesh Mate, librarian of St. Vincent College, Pune. Today's topic of Mr. Yogesh Mate is conducting a literature search using open access resources for research purposes. Mr. Yogesh Mate is presently working as librarian at St. Vincent College, Pune. He holds qualification MLib Science, SAT, NET, MCOM, Banking and Finance, and MA Economics. He has 18 years of professional experience as a librarian. Mr. Yogesh Mate has published 16 research articles in reputed journals. He is serving as coordinator e-content repository Savitri Bai Phule Pune University SPPU since March 2019. He has delivered more than 25 lectures in university orientation, refreshers, FDP programs organized by UGC, HRDC. Mr. Yogesh Mate has delivered lecture in over 45 colleges on e-content development and library resources. He worked as coordinator for the FDP on creation, preservation, and dissemination of e-content organized by UGC, HRDC, SPPU 6-19 June 22. He received the Best Librarian Award 2023 by Scientific International Publishing House. Mr. Yogesh Mate has received the Maharashtra University and College Librarian Association Mukla Best Research Article Award 2023. He is currently serving as Secretary Maharashtra University and College Librarian Association SPPU Sectional Council also. Without taking much time, I now invite Mr. Yogesh Mate to share his expertise and valuable insight with us on is conducting a literature search using open access resources for research purpose. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Yogesh Mate. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Am I audible, sir? Clearly?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes,
First of all, I thanks to the Indian Library Association, the president, Dr. Pradeep Rai, sir, then former president, Dr. Mohan Kherde, sir, Dr. Purushottam Kettimani, sir, senior vice president, then Dharam Kumar, sir, general secretary ILA, Dr. Milind Anasane sir and my friend Vice President West Zone ILA, then Shiv Shankar Prasad sir, PRO ILA, then Dr. Vishal Bapte sir, Assistant Librarian, Sant Gadge Baba Amaravati University, my friend Dr. Sambhaji Patil sir, Council Member ILA, as well as Dr. Vinita Jain ma'am, Council Member ILA, then Kumar Abbas sir, Council Member, then Dr. Viresh sir, Deputy Librarian TIS, Tuljapur, Maharashtra, Dr. Ashok Obragade sir, Council Member, then Bhup Singh sir, Bhup Singh Verma sir, thank you very much for my introduction as well as giving me an opportunity to say something about the research. Thank you very much. First of all, I'll start. May I share my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So conducting my today's topic to discuss, I think I'm clearly audible to everyone. Conducting a literature search using open access resources for research purposes. So first of all, the best topic which we have selected as a research methodology nowadays. There are so many hurdles and problems while searching the data as well as to doing a research while doing a research. So ILA gave a best platform, and I think the number of lectures should be increased in this one. In the introduction of, we know that so we are not simply referring, or whenever we speak about the literature search, we are not simply referring to browsing articles or randomly reading books. It is a systematic, structured scholarly activity, we can say. And this process actually involves discovering, analyzing, and synthesizing the existing research to build a strong foundation for one's own work. Okay, first of all, I'm giving some theoretical part, then we'll go to some resources. We can say that it's a preliminary step in academic inquiry, because every new piece of research is a continuation of a prior knowledge. And by conducting this literature search, we essentially map the intellectual terrain of a subject, what has already been studied earlier. Okay, so where are the gaps we are getting, and which debates or discussions are going on the specific topic. We know that, for example, before beginning research on artificial intelligence, for example, in a higher education, one must know what are the earlier researcher, or we can say the earlier peoples are saying about that, and what are the scholars are concluded, and which methodology they have used, and where their findings and findings were limited, or what are the findings. Only then we can justify our own contribution, and we can do a more advancement in that. So in the importance of the literature search, we can say that it provides the context for the research problem. First of all, without knowing the background, our research lacks grounding, and we can't start the research. And in the second one, it can say that it helps us to identify the existing theories and methodologies, so that we can either adapt them means they can take, or adapt them means we develop, make a change in that, or challenge them, or we can say finding something new. The third, I can say it prevents the duplication of the efforts. If a particular study has already been conducted extensively, we avoid wasting time for repeating it. And and another one, we can say that it assists or support in formulating research questions and hypotheses by giving or by pointing out or highlighting the gaps in the field. So we can say it strengthens our academic writing or academic publishing by providing the evidence-based argument rather than any opinion or any discussion. So the literature search is not an optional step. We can't keep it as an optional step, because it is very backbone of any quality research. Okay, So nowadays we find out that literatures we are lacking with the proper literature search. If we find researchers online or researchers of the PhD theses, we can say that we are lacking with the proper literature search. So why focus on open access? First of all, that is most important things. Now, just sir says in the introduction of the information, sir says that so that's in the global academic environment, we always discuss that that the emphasis on open access resources is growing rapidly nowadays, just as just said explained. But traditionally, most high quality research was locked behind the expensive journal subscriptions. And sir was saying, pointedly saying that it will come one day, it will come open access, means everywhere there will be the open access, but limited access to the elite universities. It is, for example, Scopus Index journals, Web of Science Index journals. So subscriptions are huge. So universities are not trying, means like the good we can say. We know that now ONOS is coming, and colleges are waiting for the new like in enlist and all, but no responses still there. But still we can say that the research has been stopped, the literature search has been stopped. So limiting access to the elite universities or well-funded scholars only, I think. But what about others which are ready to do a research? So open access change this paradigm, and it democratizes the knowledge by removing paywalls and ensuring that a student, for example, that the student in the Pune has the same access as a researcher in Oxford. So open access giving the equal access, and the moreover, this increases the research visibility and citations potential, since more people can freely read and cite your work. So I think this is the most important things in the open access. So we can say that the funding agencies like European Union, through their Plan S, or Indian UGC increasingly require that funded whatever required funded research is made openly available. And therefore I think open access is not just a choice. In future it becoming a mandate and moral responsibility, I think, towards the knowledge equity or equality, we can say. So we know that these are the types of sources we already know, but these are original contributors, primary, we know, and research paper, dissertations, raw data sets, and we know that they form the core evidence of the knowledge. And I think in the secondary sources, we know that review articles, different meta-analysis, and which give a synthesized finding across multiple primary studies or primary reviews. So they help us to see in the bigger picture secondary sources. And the tertiary, these we know that these are the summaries and compilation, such as encyclopedia, textbooks, and handbooks, and useful quick references and all. In a gray literature, we can say non-traditional but valuable materials like policy reports, white papers, preprints, and we all going to see how it step by step. So often means groundbreaking findings first appears here before formal publications. Now in the next slides, I'm going to show you some archives, means preprints, like how it has been useful. Now being aware of this distinction helps us. It gives the balance between we can say the depth and the breadth in our research. Okay, so types of the sources, different types of sources always helps us in a different way. So in the planning the literature search, my next slide, in planning of literature search, I can say that a literature search without the plan is like a sailing without a compass. Okay, so first of all, defining the research question clearly. See the ambiguous questions, we know that it leads to the irrelevant results. So break into the core concepts. For example, I'm telling you the impact of the artificial intelligence on teaching methods. And we know that here are 3 key points. There are concepts like AI, teaching, and impact. So I think while determining the scope, we know that where are you focusing? Means, are you focusing on the last 5 years on India? Like while searching on the open access sources also, we have to go through this plan, because see, randomly we go to the open access
sometimes we are not, we lost somewhere. Like, so for example, while determining the scope, I think if we are focusing on the last 5 years on India, on higher education only, such these boundaries, if we put, it will definitely prevent the overload of the information and will not lost. Okay, so then afterwards, selecting the keywords and synonyms. For example, using the multiple terms increases the chance of, I think, retrieving the relevant studies. So that is most important, to select the keywords and synonyms. Most of the time, choosing the appropriate database. And I'm talking about the open access. One may select the DOAJ, core, or Shodhaganga, depending on the discipline, and different way I'm going to see. In the indexing databases also, I'm going to show you the open access. And we all knows this, but this is the awareness program, so I'm going to repeat it again. So now, next one, in the developing the keywords while searching in the open access databases. I think keywords are the currency. I think currency of a literature search, and we can say a search is only good as words as we feed to this the database. Means like the keyword, whatever keyword we give, this is like a currency. Like and begin with the concepts. For example, I am begin with the topic. For example, expand with the synonyms, its related terms, its acronyms, and even different spelling variations also. So in higher education, might also be indexed as a tertiary education in that one, or it might be a post-secondary education also. So these some keywords might be helpful to developing keywords, searching for the specific literature. And for the structure searches, I say many databases use control vocabulary, like medical subject headings. We called it as a mesh. What it gives in PubMed or in ERIC thesaurus in education, we know using this increases the precision and precise one search, because the system recognizes the standardized terms. So we have to be aware of that while developing the keywords. We have to be more cautious and gives a proper keywords or multiple keywords. Like thus, we can say that the rich and flexible keywords, it set a critical intellectual exercise for us, and giving a proper output. So I think keywords development is the most important thing in the process. Now, using search techniques like Boolean operators, I can say and, or, not, using parentheses for a complex queries are most important. For example, while using the Boolean operators, according to me, these are the fundamental tools for refining the research or search. What and does actually restrict the results and requiring the both terms. For example, again, I am giving you AI and libraries, okay, or broaden results and AI or machine learning. Okay, so for example, it gives a more broader. Or then not means it excludes the unwanted results. Example, AI but not robotics. I don't want anything on robotics. Like that, parenthesis helps in combine multiple operators correctly. For example, AI or ML and education or teaching. So it combines the multiple operators. Means think about Boolean operators as a grammar of database searching. We can say this is a grammar of database searching, without which they translate our research question into the machine readable form and gives us a precise information. So while using the open access databases, that is most important thing while choosing the search techniques like Boolean operators, right? So in the next one, I can say that advanced search techniques. In this one, phrase searching with quotation marks. We know that beyond the Boolean operators, we have to have try for this Boolean operators, and most of the scholars use these advanced techniques. According to me, the phrase searching means putting the quotation marks around the terms ensures that exact matches or exact results. Examples, the social media impact. For example, I give a social media impact. Okay, So in the first one, phrase searching, and you will find out the exact matches in a double inverted comma. If we put a social impact, social media impact, it will give exact matches. Again, next one is a truncation. We can say using the symbol like a truncation, like we know the truncation symbol, like star. Like for example, I put it there, a library and word truncation mark retrieves the library also. It retrieves the library also, libraries also, as well as librarian also. So truncation marks give exact keyword truncation form using the symbol on the basis of that specific word. Then we can say example, woman. For example, woman, WOM, I have not put it, or give truncation mark and retrieves woman and woman, like multiple word use. We know that the keywords and vocabulary is most important key factor to search a proper. What it will does, it does, and it avoids the overload of the information, and we are getting the specific one. Then field specific search, searching only within the title, abstract or keyword increases its relevance. Then using the filters like year, and we are going to see sometimes we are searching information, we find that if we put it on Google Scholar, for example, specific keyword, and whatever articles come are relevant of our research. But what happened most of the time, we found that we have to be specific with the document type, year, and open access only. Then there will be we'll get exact literature out of it. For example, mastering this technique saves times of us, and I think it increases the accuracy of the search, and it is most important. I think we know that these are some general open access databases, and I'll go slowly with it one. Suitable for the interdisciplinary explorations of the information. So step by step, I'll go here. Then we know this one. Find the open access journals article in this. We already goes here. We search some field, for example. You can find out the journals also, articles also on this one. Okay, so and we can filter the search also. For example, library, and we know that AI. Most of the people knows this, but in all fields, if we find out, regarding the, I am very specific with this one, library and information. And we can go by this. Here are some languages. We can go through the languages also, and we know that according to, if we go through the languages, it gives us the journals, open access, free journals, which accepts. I'm not talking all these are the language which accepts manuscript in English and Ukrainian. Like this is a Ukrainian language, but it accepts English. Like that, we can go the different journals in the field of librarianship. For example, Librarian journal. I'll go to the website. I'm not going to go in detail. We know that this is just a, this is awareness program, and we are exploring some things like. So I'm just giving the way to how to go. There is a website. Okay, so DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journals. And we know that this is also one of the open access platform which always gives us a maximum number of journals to study. Okay, so I think it's not opening from my side. Just a minute. Okay, so we can go for this full text or of Google Blogger and online CMS. We can go for the full text and we'll get the PDF out of it. And we know that these open access journals always gives us, and we know this is a treasury for us, that 163 journals we got on the library information science, which accepts
or the English language research articles. Now, so this is the article written by one specific author. So I'll stay here. I'll go back with my presentation. Now we'll go for the next open access database. I am showing a general one, means all included databases, means all subject interdisciplinary general databases. Then this is the core. We called it as a core. Okay, the world largest collection core. Here also we can find out search 393 million papers for around the world. Okay, so the big databases. Any interdisciplinary keyword, you can put it and we can search it. Okay, so I think my we got it. Now these are research articles, and we can specify it here. I already told you that while searching online open access databases, we have to be very specific with the field. We have to specific with the year. Okay, you have to be specific with the year. Minimize the search. Then type of document, we want thesis, research, text, slides, reviews. Then we are getting slides also. For example, on the basis of this, we are getting slides also. Okay, reviews also, books, journal article, conference paper, report, doctoral thesis, on the specific keyword, that is AI and libraries. See, these are the keywords. Actually, we'll not find exact one, but the keywords which we use for this language. Then we go for the specific language, English. Then you can go through the publishers also. So core is also one of the best database. I always suggest to the researchers to find a literature through it. Then the next one, I'll go to the open DOAR. We say it's a global repository directory, and through which we also find out some see the search strategy through it and find out some literature out of it. But I'm not going in detail because there are so many things we have to discuss, and we have less time for this. But while searching the databases, we are currently developing our browser function for release during 2025. It's under construction, but still earlier it was giving a number of, see, it will not give now the search, but it's under developing, and I know that it also gives us the literature of our use. Then base, I like this database very much, because in this base search, my browser is becoming a little bit slow, but okay. Okay, we'll go to the next one, time being, but okay, so we'll see base once it will open. Next, we'll go as subject specific open access databases. We know that there are some databases, so we can find out according to our subject, but I'm generally telling means the librarians which works in the different discipline, like subject specific databases, you can say subject specific database. Okay. So in this one, we can say that these subject specific databases, we know that for the biomedicine, we know the PubMed is there. You can say, you can find out the medical science databases. We know that last month I had one session on medical colleges, and there are so many literature, so much literature available in open access format on the medical sciences. And I shocked that so many professionals means medical professionals also don't know these types of resources, and it's our responsibility to make them aware. Basically, I'm not a medical science librarian, but the medical science people can explore the open access treasury to these people which they want to do a research. Okay, so this is the one of the best research open access database for medical sciences. Okay, so then we know that there is another one, that is ERIC, educational database, means those who wants to do research in education. For example, I have one keyword with me, that is the STEM education. That is the STEM education. Okay, so we know that in front of you, I think I'm visible to you. See here, for example, this is one keyword in STEM education. Last month we had some session on education department, so they gave me a keyword like STEM education, like this. So we find out that the reflection of the STEM education on a children according to early childhood or primary school education. And we know we are getting very nice and fundamental research article on the ERIC database. And last sessions also, I saw some people have shown this ERIC databases. The most important thing of this database is it's totally open access, and so many people, so many the researchers who are doing the research in this in the education field, they are using this database. So now, so there another one is archive and computer science, physics, and mathematics. You can go directly and search the database for this one. But one thing which we have to be careful about this is that that while finding this one, we have to select some specific keywords out of it, and not a general one. For example, they are indexed some here. For example, astrophysics, general relativity, quantum cosmology, high energy physics, high energy physics, lattice phenomenology, and all they have given at all they have went in a micro level. So the most important thing, or most important aspect of this is that we are getting the record at basic level, and we can take, or we can download the PDF also, or can see the PDF also of this one. So this, for example, this 91 pages PDF I got. Very useful if you go according to our keywords and such. So this is the thing. Okay, then we'll go the most important social science and law economics database. That is, I can say, this is the SSRN, and you will surprise that this use and gives that's asking for to submit the papers also. If they're having the journals which are giving very authentic journals which gives us inputs also, but we can find it. And here giving tomorrow's research today. Yes, tomorrow's research today means preprints. Like SSRN provides preprints, research papers from researchers in 65 different disciplines. And this database also gives us, you can put a title, abstract, keywords, and authors here, and find out your literatures. I'll find on econometrics, and I think I'll get it the most relevant paper. See, yeah.
now they have shown, they have given 10,000 papers on econometrics, and we can go directly to this one, econometria. So I think it has been econometria, econometrics, financial econometrics. I'll go to this. I have not gone earlier, but I'm trying my best. So download this paper. And we got this financial econometrics, Andrew W. 2006 old paper. So very nice research article on research in econometrics. So I think for this, okay, this is still not giving me a, it's okay. Okay, then we'll go to the RAPCs. These are the economics paper, and I'll not go in detail, but I'll just show you the website of it. And we know that the research papers in economics, it's initiative that seeks to enhance dissemination of research in economics and related areas. Okay, and they are giving the different services also for the economics. So specifically, database is specifically devoted to the data. So there are most of the databases, open access databases, but I'm, as an awareness program, I'm just showing you some examples of that. So we know that in the institutional repository, we know our Indian thesis dissertation. Everyone knows the Indian thesis dissertation. That is the Shodha Ganga. We called it as an institutional repositories. But I just not open this Shodha Ganga. We know the National Digital Library of India, IIT. Kharagpur, OATED, open access thesis and dissertation. I'll open this one. Everyone knows, but again, I'll try my best to show. We know this Shodha Ganga and NDLI, National Digital Library of India. Still, I will try my best to open this one. Okay. So we know NDLI disciplinary, and day by day, we know that is this going on increasing. And IIT Kharagpur have given a specific one. Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur given and they have organized nicely. Uses all these phenomena, or we can say the fundamentals and standards of libraries and information science. So I think it is one of the best the Digital Library of India. Then we can search keywords, title, authors, this open access thesis and dissertations. So I'll just go again with a specific one, or you can go with anyone. Like, okay, so these are some arts and mathematics STEM. Like this is different. I have given learning and teaching through STEM network. Okay, so they have given the universities also, of which university this thesis is, and where we'll find out the literature or thesis of our own research area, AI and library, and find on this keyword on this open access thesis and dissertations, OATED. The keywords library centers, okay, artificial using synthetic lesson. So they are giving not they are specific on the libraries, but they have given something to us, right? We can go by DOA, digital object identifiers, and directly go to the thesis, which is downloadable like Shodha Ganga. Okay, so then we know the Shodha Ganga. No one can avoid the importance of the Shodha Ganga. Nowadays, so many researchers have got a proper guideline and research methodology. There are most of the dignitaries are here whose research is online, and so many researchers are taking advantage of their research here through Shodha Ganga. So then we know that DSpace is a open access institutional repository software, in which what I say, the DSpace and Preprints giving their repositories or indexing their repositories. Different people have indexed their different institutions have indexed their repositories here, and I think these repositories are definitely helpful to them, to the people. those who wants to do a research. So I think it's a problem. I think okay, I'll wait for it. There is little bit. Okay, then we'll go to the government and international open access sources. We know that World Bank Open Knowledge Repository. In this one, World Bank Open Access Repository, we know that we are getting okay now open knowledge repositories, UNESCO. Okay, it's taking a little bit time. My browser is a little bit slow. Okay, now these registry of open access repositories, these are some repositories which are using DSpace and ePrints, right? And they're indexed. So you can find out the literature here also according to the keywords. Okay, so here is an option at the left hand side to search something on this. See, some local literature, notes, also some books, local books also of useful keywords are available on these repositories. See, if you see that, if you find something on this one, so they're giving where you are, okay. Okay, now this is UNESCO Doc Digital Library, we called it as. This is UNESCO's digital library. We can put our search term here and go through it. So here you will find out some open access resources and you can go through it. They are given the article, program, documents, book parts, books and all. So then some interviews, conference material, brochures, yearbooks, and search. You can search here through keywords. I think these are the most important repository for a general research. So you have to have a specific about it and go through it. Now then you can go one by one repositories. If you comes to know any repository at your pace, so you can search directly on the repository. Okay, so here are some repository we can explore directly, which are openly available for us. Okay, now this is the UNESCO's one. Yearbooks also you can find out, brochures also find out. Then I'll delete this one. Now earlier I showed you based some build academic research engine or search engine. So documents we are getting here are, this is the number I can't read, from 11,915 content providers. So these you can log in it and search it. So this is also the search engine which gives us maximum, means 100% we can say the open access. Most of are searchable but not downloadable, you will find here. But I think the most of the literature we will get in open form. So the base is also the one of the search engine which gives us a very fine literature out of it. Now then European Union, UNESCO, European Union open data portal, US National Academic Press. We called it as a free PDF. Now this is of European Union. We can go
directly through it. They have asked me feedback. Okay. Okay. So European data, you can go directly through it. You can go a single point of access to open geospatial data from European countries, European Union institutes, and European research projects. They are international level databases. They are openly available. So we can find out like this. This is the National Academic Press, open PDF also we called it as, and it gives a data which a PDF form, and which are see, just I say search one STEM education, so directly it takes the keywords and giving us some. Here is a K-12 STEM education and workflow development, social media and adolescent health, multidisciplinary. A national academic press publishes a publication of the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine. It publishes also more than 200 publications per year on a wide range of topics in science, engineering, and medicine, providing authority to independently search information on important matters in science and health policies. So you can browse here, browse by publication by division, publication by topic, and you can put your details here also. Most download in 7 days, nutrition during pregnancy, and so COVID-19 pandemic. So you can go through it. Just see issue of browser downloading, but still I'll try my best. I'll try to put Chrome. Okay, so here they have given download free PDF. Sometimes we know that they're giving us reviews. Most of it we are getting open access out of it, and we can download the data out of it. Okay, so there are, see, some reviews also. Means I found some good books having good reviews of the books, and content wise also. So we get an idea to search information or new books of a national academic press. And also openly access openly access books which we get of these publishers, means science of national academies. So I think I'll go again to the presentation. Okay, so now now I'll go to the preprint servers. Earlier I show you some links on of preprints. The means the literature before publishing. Okay, we called it as preprint, but we know that here is not a BioRxiv only, the preprint server for biology, but it gives all the subjects area. Where one of the person was asking me, can we refer this one? Yes, we can refer definitely this literature. And animal behavior and cognition, biochemistry, bioengineering, bioinformatics, biophysics, and all, not only a biology, but it gives a detail of biology. Okay, and then we'll go to medical archives. Okay, I'll make it open social, make it open all social sciences also, chemistry also. So it will not take much time. Okay, so the preprint servers for the health sciences, and here also openly we got some subject areas. All these subject areas we can go through it: hematology, HIV, and medical education, medical ethics, nephrology, neurology, nursery, nutrition, and all. We go for the kidney research, that is nephrology, and we find out this one. So it's very nice to accelerate the research. Okay, and this is the, we can say, and preview PDF. Also we can find out the PDF out of it. Medical people likes this. So it takes some time to download. Till time I'll go here to the socio open, I can say, source open sociology, home for sociology archives, and directly go through it. We can directly go through it. We can search, get email update also. The most important service of this database is we are getting the email update. If I put some keywords out of it, though, it gives us an email update. So whatever comes in this one, this database, it gives us update. Okay, it's not like most of, like we can say, like a Google Scholar. It's not a service like a, but giving us an email update on this database. So what are the new things has been added to this database. So then see you can see here the whole PDF has been downloaded, and we can directly give it to the people. Then in chemical archives, you can say, there are so many institutions has been contributed to this one, and we know that this is the all these chemistry related subjects has been added to this one. So agriculture and food chemistry, analytical chemistry, biological and medical chemistry, catalysis, chemical education, and all these are the broad categories of this. For example, I'll go to the organic chemistry. Most read, most cited have been given here. Downloadable, catalysis, latest content they have given. If you say and open post-based free something kinetic mechanism inside, like this is latest one, 5th September version 1 they have given, and it's a downloadable. Okay, so you can download it also. Okay, 4 pages something. I don't know about this, but they have given something too useful for research. Okay, so now chemical archives, we saw this one, and I'll go to the socio also we saw. Then we saw this medical archives also. So I'll stop this one, the preprint servers. These preprint servers always accelerate the research. Most of the time, we find out that the different people of India, China, and they're contributory doing the research. They're doing some experiments on the specific one, writing research, and we saw that there were more than 25, 20 authors were there, and they were collectively doing the research. Now we know that Google Scholar and Google Scholar, we know everyone using the Google Scholar, but I will give emphasis or focused on Semantic Scholar. We know the Semantic Scholar, we know that the search is on the papers from all field of science. I'll use my own. Here are, I just say that using a systematic search, to field search, field of study, data range, PDF, or available or not, most of this one are open access. So I'll go little bit here and find out the field of the study. So I want, here they are not given, data range, I want very like 2025, like last 5 years, I and libraries. Okay, still I got, then I just clicked on hash PDF. Okay, so I think this is AI based actually search engine, and gives us the most relevant data. Okay. Okay, so I'll find out this machine learning platform. Okay, AI, machine learning. Okay, I'll change some keyword. Has PDF L2. A generative AI landscape in education, mapping a terrain of opportunity challenges. This is open access. Now, as this one, we can search open access data through it. So now I think Semantic Scholar also one of the open access, giving a most of open access literature to us. I'll go to the unpaywall free version of paywalled articles. Again, I will open other one. We know that's ResearchGate and Academy. I'm not go through it. Everyone knows this, but unpaywall. And we know that literatures means like use trusted by top organization. We are integrated into the thousands of library systems, search platforms, and other information products worldwide. In fact, if you are involved in a scholarly communication, there are a good chance you have already used unpaywall data. So open source and non-profit is run by a non-profit dedicated to making a scholarship more accessible to everyone, easy to access for everyone. And some libraries are also there, get started libraries, unpaywall libraries. Okay, so this also the open platform which we can explore through it. And I think it gives us the maximum number of databases, like I can say data. Now, we know that some reference management tools which are very important to manage the data. Actually, we know the Zotero, Mendeley, EndNote, Basic, Site, Free Cloud. These are site you like, archived, but this is legacy tool. We know that these reference management tools giving us some very important, I think researchers always text. Actually, we should take a proper training on this reference management tool, or give a proper training on the Zotero or EndNote and all. See, in the Zotero, I found out that we are giving some MB data, and I'll just keep it here. I'm not giving properly. Okay. We called it as our personal research assistant. It gives us, we know everyone might be using this Zotero.org. We know that it's having a standalone mode also. Why it is not opening, I think. Okay, I'll not wait for this one because it's taking too much time to open. I think server issues are there. But still, we know that these reference management tools, we always know that these reference management tools gives us the managing the citations as a crucial part of this one. Okay, so I'll go through. I'll go in detail later. But we know that academic writings, we are manually handling the references can be more time consuming and prone to errors, especially when we are dealing with the hundreds of sources. Reference management tools, it helps to simplify the process by they store it, they organize it, and formatting citations automatically. We know that most of us have used it,
and give ready-made bibliography for this. Now, the Zotero is a free, we know that, and widely used by the student and researcher all over the world. It also integrates with the browsers to capture the citation directly from the websites. We know that they are taking, if you give the link, only directly captures citations from the database websites, and library catalogs also, and also supports not taking, we say that it supports a specific note taking also, and tagging also, and we can say that they are always asking PDF. For example, if we have downloaded so many PDFs with us for our research work, if we upload to the Zotero or any reference management tool, it directly search or fetch, we can say, the citations of it, means the bibliographic detail of it, metadata of it, and giving us bibliography. So ready-made bibliography, no need to put, if you want in APA format, a Chicago format, or any other format, they're giving. Oh, and also it is compatible, Zotero is also compatible with Libra, means like LibreOffice also, or we can say our Word also. So it's allowing seamlessly citation insertion and automatic giving a bibliography to the creation. Mendeley is also very popular within the researchers. It helps to, I already put it, reference plus PDF management. And also users can highlight and annotate or organize the PDF within its interface. So you can highlight it. For example, if you want to highlight something on this itself, that Mendeley is giving a service, like it allows us to highlight it. It offers a cloud storage for syncing references across devices, and includes, for example, it includes a social networking also of it, and researchers can also share their work and share their work with each other with this one. I think this is very helpful to the collaborative work. Also, it cites and Mendeley also cites and integrates in the Word, and making citation management itself in the world, and we can generate our bibliography. So while using literature search is easy, but managing that search is, the reference management tool is very much important. I think EndNote is the basic one, but basic I called it as but is a free cloud version, and web-based version of EndNote. We can say this EndNote, while less powerful than the desktop version, means the desktop version is, I think, powerful more, and we can use thoroughly. Now we can store, organize, and share the references online. EndNote nowadays is widely used in institutions and supports the most of citation style usage, including all this, means we can say as all this Mendeley also, Zotero also helping to help, but EndNote is also helping to APA, ML, and Chicago format reference management, bibliographic control, preparation of the bibliography. We know that these are the reference, and using the reference management, taking a training of the reference management tool is most important nowadays. It saves the time, giving the accuracy to us, as well as consistency also, to maintain the prior citation style throughout the document. We can use it up. Then also the collaboration, means share references with the peers and research group. Reference management tools is very important. Then plagiarism preservation also, we can say the proper citation, if you give with the help of this reference management tool, it ensures the academic integrity also, and we know that it helps us to give a proper citation. We know that proper reference management is not just a technical convenience, but essential for us for the academic practices. Now, the next one discussion is avoiding the predatory journals. Means last 2-3 sessions I discussed, I listened about the predatory journals, and check the predatory journals and use of it. So we have to avoid these predatory journals. We know that if you go for the Schemago ranking, journal ranking, if you go, we find out in the document production, we are at the number 6. we are at the number 6. But in the citation per document, if you go directly to the Schemago, we directly go online, Schemago journal ranking website. So in the citations, we find out we are at means we are below the developing country in Africa. Like means document generation we are at the 6th, but for citations, or I can say for reference per document or citation per document, we are very down. So why? Because predatory journals, we use the journals which are not authentic. Predatory journals, those are publications. We know that they exploit the open access model by charging authors. Authors also, some of them are asking for the money without providing legitimate editorial and peer-reviewed services. There are so many people in the market, journals in the market. They undermine the scholarly quality and can harm researchers' reputations also. I saw some people are researchers also, my friends. They're having a very nice research, outstanding research, but they publish their research somewhere else, which is not recognized by the people all over the world. But this gives a practical guidance, means like we know the practical guidance of this one. We know that articles in the predatory journals often lack a peer-reviewed, and we know that poor methodology used in this one, and conclusion, we know how these conclusions are. If you read, we comes to know. But publishing in an outlet or any other damage authors, it damages authors' credibility most of the time, and also the good authors or good researchers doesn't get the proper recognition. So I think these predatory publications are less likely to be indexed or preserved. Means reducing, means what we can say. These are, I say, these are not useful for the researchers. Means like, and we have to have be very careful about these types of journals. Then how to verify or be aware of? See, they have given the I say the peer review and editorial boards which are working on this one, are we have to check their credibility first. And we know that the second point I have mentioned, that acceptance is too fast. Means acceptance of times and workflows, we can say that beware of promises of very fast peer-reviewed acceptance. Means there very few days, means in 3 days we'll publish your research article, like that. So we have to check the past issue, their submission date also, and publication timelines also provided for that. So these are the most important things which we have to take care of it. And most of the time we find out that the checking indexing where it has been indexed, means last one of the experts have rightly pointed out, I think Dr. Dattatreya sir rightly point out, whether it is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, checking indexing in Scopus or not, or checking indexing in Web of Science or not. UGC Care now it's lapsed, but we have to say the international databases. Use, think, check, and submit guidelines. Also, we know that this is the website which I'm going to show you. But before that, I have to explore that. We know that we are talking about this open access, but Scopus.com, if you go to the Scopus.com, you know, here are also we are finding the most of the open access journals. Okay, so for example, we can go by subject area. I will enter the subject, for example, anyone from this one. But I'll add philosophy. Okay, so I'll apply. So you can add anyone. Okay, so I haven't applied it. Okay, philosophy, apply.
My net has been little bit slow, I think. Okay. Philosophy have been applied here. So they have given 994 results, journals. Most of them knows, most of them doesn't know. But I have to show you here. Here are also left hand side, we can find out that display open access journal, we can apply it. And we find out 191 journal, open access journals on the philosophy itself. Ethics, science, and environmental politics, they accept the philosophy journals. They clearly noted here the philosophy. Okay, document cited and all. I'll open this one. I'll see, check whether this is open access, fully downloadable or not. Ethics in a science and environmental politics, from 2001 to 2025 years have been they have been completed. So index, I have to check ethics, science, and so I'll go here. Then we know that these are some volumes. They have given volume 24. Okay, so most of the time we find out these types of, it will till it will open, I'll explain this one. For example, the different results like okay, 191 results which accept the philosophy related research article. So they have given the rate of it, like, okay, I'll try other one, research ethics, open access, subject area they have given arts, humanity, and philosophy. Okay, accept all, I'll say. They have given volume 25. Okay, volume 25, you can find out here. So artificial intelligence as a tool for data, economic political hegemony, this is the article and openly available. Now like this, we got 191 journals, open access journals for this. So we can find out our literature through this open access. I think I'll not go through it because little bit slow, but still same thing about the MJL, that is major journal list by Web of Science. Same here, we can go through it and we can find out the open access literature. Okay. Okay. Now, this just now it opened, so slowly see, this is the, we can download a personal assistant. Earlier Zotero, I will explain again. Personal assistant, we can log in here. Okay, if you log in here, you will get your personal data, or you can log into Zotero like this. And before opening, I'll just show it to you. This Zotero. My speed is not so good here, I think. What happened to the speed? अर्धा तास. काय बंद. Okay, so I'll not wait much for this. Then again, I will come here. See, most of the time we find out that the evaluating a sources is the most important things. For example, to checking the author credentials and affiliations. When they evaluating the source, the first step to check, we have to check author's qualification and look for their academic degrees also, professional background and expertise in the subject's area. Also additionally examine their institutional affiliations. This is most important, whether so most of the time they are the databases are asking for the institutional mail IDs. So this affiliations with the universities, also colleges, organizations, and with any professional bodies. Like also it will help us to identify that whether this author is credible or not. Okay, so and while referring him, citing him, we have to check. Also, we have to access the journal impact factor or equivalent. Just now I showed in the Scopus and Web of Science that the journal impact factor, or we can say journals are most of the time we saw the rank in a Scopus index that the most of ranked by their impact factor or equivalent metrics, such as Scopus. We saw that Scopus site score, and also by H index and all. These indicators, I think, very important point of view of frequency with which the journals articles are cited in academic research. We saw in the Scopus at the right hand side also that they have been properly indexed and given how many times it has been downloaded or used. So reflecting its importance and credibility. Also the higher impact factor generally suggests that the journal is widely recognized and respected in all the field of studies. So however, it is also the important to be cautious that impact factor alone does not guarantee a quality, but we have to be aware of this. Then we have to have a third point, that verify citation and references. Any academic, I think, work should be supported by a reliable references and citations from the recognized sources. But whether the author cites relevant or authoritative studies, most of the time, no. We know that the authoritative studies or books, or we can say articles, we have to also verify that the citations are accurate or not outdated. Okay, the poorly referenced work or missing citations in any field of study may indicate a lack of rigor or reliability of it, and it also means it will not find a reliable, like, and also it ensures the work is relevant and up to date. Okay, so we have to ensure that academic fields evolve constantly. We know that developing so many things, and most of the time outdated information can mislead our readers. When evaluating the source, we have to check publication date, current recent development in the field. Also we have to check additionally that whether the content which was published is relevant to our research topic or questions or not. So this is most important thing which I have to say. Now, managing these search results are most important. Means keep a search log. Means we have to, most of the databases keeps a log. Maintaining the details of as a search log is an essential part of managing research actually effectively. Record the databases searched, which we search, and exact keywords or search means whatever, for example, Boolean operators or search strings which we use, and date of each search. Like, so this practice definitely will help us, ensures that our research process will be transparent and reproducible, and it will save time also. Means it will save our repeating time also. It allows us to refine our strategy to search or research and research progress. Also, a search log also becomes especially useful when writing a methodology, different methodology sections in a research paper, as this process is also important.
export citations to Zotero or Mendeley. I'll already explained you. I'll not explain again. And organize references by themes. It's most important. Means our field of studies, if we organize our researches by themes, thematical, we can say the thematical literature review, a review of literature, searching the literature and explain or organize thematically. For example, we have to create a folders of it in a different concept, theories and methodology or case studies out of it. This thematic organization makes us easier to write a literature review, identify the gaps in research. Also, it connects with the different sources. Like logically, we can organize. So the grouping these references by themes also ensures we can say we should not forget about the important links between the studies, and we will comes to know that this point is remains. And before finalizing, we have to update the results always, because see, sometimes the databases also, if we go through it, we know that in the databases we have to refine the results, always refresh the results, because especially before finalizing our literature review, literature taking from this one, we have to take that updation of it. Like for example, some software databases keep same results. That is also we have to check it out. Other thing, to regularly revisit our searches, especially before finalizing our final thesis or research article, and we have to find out the updated result of it. So this, in the fourth point, regularly update result while finalizing. Okay, so nowadays some case studies, research questions. In fact, for example, some case studies I have taken here, but I'll not go in detail for this as we are lacking with the time. But challenges in open access literature search nowadays is very important to check what are the challenges are there. Most of the time, I find out that information overload means too many results are there, and in which we have gone through the many open access resources, open access platforms now, databases now, but provides the free access to us, large volume of data we got. Okay, so just saw, but we have to check it out whether the researchers often face the problems of retrieving hundreds or even thousands of results to us we are getting without proper filtering and the strategy. It's very impossible. So I told you to use the strategy. I shown you some databases also to use this proper strategy. It will be overload to us to identify the most relevant and high quality articles. So effective use of the keywords. First of all, I told Boolean operators, advanced filters, and helps to manage challenge. Then next point is, not all open access journals maintain strict peer-reviewed standards. So earlier slides I told you, you have to check the board of editors. Some platforms may include articles varying quality, ranging from high credible peer-reviewed work, or we can say too poorly edited or unverified studies we find out. So quality control issues also there. Then we have to maintain some academic standards in this one. In a predatory open access journals, we already learned the predatory earlier one, but we have very limited open access coverage in some subjects. That is most important to see or look into it. But coverage is uneven across discipline. We find out some humanities, science and technology research is going on. Fields such as medicine, life sciences, and technology are relatively well presented in open access, very well. But areas like arts, humanities, certain branches of social sciences have limited open access content nowadays. This restricts researchers from accessing comprehensive literature. And most of the time, in those fields, and often forces, it decelerate, we can say, decreases the research in this one. And in this one, the most important point in challenge to use the open access literature search is lack of searchers researchers training, particularly beginners, like training in how to effectively search and evaluate the open access literature. There may be, we can say, the unaware of advanced search strategies we don't know, though advanced search strategies also limit how to use limitations, how to evaluate, how to use the criteria, how to put a Boolean operator. They don't know the citation management tool, lack of training list. This will definitely leads to the insufficient searches, or sometimes we can say unreliable sources. It will come in the research. So for this, the platform like Indian Library Association definitely organize the workshop on library training sessions, and they can put online tutorials for this one, or training programs on how to search, how to go through the open access literature. The challenges, we know that the best practices of open access. Sir, how much time I have? Can I ask the time?
How many slides left, sir?
Oh, four, five.
No, hardly matter, sir. You can proceed.
I can continue.
Yeah, you please continue,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So in the best practices, we start broad, then narrow search. We know that the start broad and narrow search. Begin with the broad keywords to the map, the research landscapes, and identify the important concept first of all. There's synonyms. I just told the frequently cited works or whatever search have come at first attempt. Once we understand the terminology and scope of this one, progressively we have to slowly narrow the search by adding the specific terms, combining the concepts with the proper Boolean operators and restricting date, subject area, and document type. Use these practices. Then I'll not give the example of it, but use multiple database for comprehensive results. Means, for example, suggested database, I can say, we know that multidisciplinary Google Scholar, Scope of Web of Science. Okay, so then health medicine, PubMed, Medline, already we have explained, engineering, III, Explore, ACM, digital library and all. But I just shown to you some humanities and social science gesture. We know there are some open access, so many open access, SNRN, subject repositories. I've not went all in the open access, but most of the time we know that we have to cross check whether searches across at least two, three different databases on this specific keywords or topic. Don't rely on a database, because we know I assured you that we'll definitely get something more extra out of it. And now next point, I'll go a little bit fast as the time lags. So apply advanced filters. Advanced, I think organizers should take a training program on how to search, advanced search, basic search, advanced search, limitation. These training programs are very much important for the databases. Now, very less people knows how to use advanced search. So the filters use means like I say, we go through the range also, document type, article review, conference, languages different, subject area, then peer reviewed their status and all. So I think use multiple databases results. After that, we have to have the applied advanced filters. Date range, we know that it's very important. Now we have to say critical while evaluating each source. Means always access credibility. Credibility means we have to be very critical, because we have to check the credibility and relevance of every article. Most of the time, evaluation criteria such as author credentials, publication, venue, methodologies, their citation pattern. We saw so many research articles like this, and transparency, the data transparency, and their conflict of interest most of the time. Means quick evaluation checklist. I can say that this is author. Most of the time, the author affiliated with a recognized institution, university, college. That is most important. Is article is peer reviewed? That is also we have to check. We know, but methodology is clearly described or not, or is it appropriate, or are conclusions supported by the data or evidences? Data and evidence supports. So references, those in which most recent and relevant references are most important. So now, just I explained you AI powered, that is Semantic Scholar. Now the future of literature search. Just I showed you AI powered discovery tool. I just shown to you like a Semantic Scholar. There are different ones. I'll not give you an example, but some I'll cite here, that site.ai, site.ai, SCITE.ai is also one of the AI powered discovery tool. Then illicit.org is also one of the AI power literature search tool, which is AI literature review assistant, we can call it as. And in which we have to have a next point, that is integration of the text mining and visualization, in which I can say that beyond the traditional keyword search, advanced text mining techniques allows us for automatic extraction of a pattern. What are the trends, themes of articles, means number of articles, thousands of articles. Text mining and visualization. These results can be visualized in the maps, graphs, network diagrams, making it easier to spot cluster of search. You know the example RStudio, which shows us bibliographic details, scientometric analysis most of the time, which we use. That RStudio, we say, viewer, like that. These are some visualization tools which helps us for the network diagramming. We have to use this, and it comprehends. And most important thing in which I can say that in which we can reduce the data set. Also, we can in these types of softwares we can decrease, or I have to say narrow down our search. We can comprehend the large data sets, and we can find out the gaps of it in more effectively, I think. So also we have to link the open data in scholarly publishing. The future, we know that linked open data is most important. So the publication data sets, author profiles, research outputs, most of the time it must be interconnected, I think, and it must be machine readable or identified by the machine. It's most important. So what it will happen if we are machine readable, then definitely this approach also improves our discoverability as well as transparency and reuse of the academic data. As other person also can use data. You know that, for example, simple example, we saw in the preprints, we saw digital object identifiers very thoroughly. Everyone having DOI gave a reference in the preprints. So they're asking us to collaborate with us for the more expandable data. How research has gone, we can say. So it will search for the open science practices. So I'll not go in details in this, but cross-ref, we know that cross-references, like for example, referring others' data or research. Now, expansion of planners or OA mandates, I will not go in detail, but benefits, we know that of open access literatures, it's very simple. I'm going in the last part of last slides of my my presentation, but I'll go in detail here that open access literatures definitely provides a free access to scholarly content. Means without subscription it gives us, or there are no payment barrier. But this ensures also that the students, independent researchers, most of the institutions, means simple colleges, like we are fighting for ONOS when we are getting like, but with a limited budget, we can access highly quality academic with the help of this open access literature material. Also, it gives equitable access, means equal access, we say, to promote inclusivity and reduces the gap between the well-funded and resource, we can say, institutions. For example, I can say the researchers like India, Africa, developing countries can freely access the material study without costly journal subscription. So greater visibility and citations is also the most important. Open access journals achieves nowadays, as in initial level search says that it will give us the greater visibility because they are freely accessible in a wider audience. It will definitely help us for increasing the individual index, also the institutional index, and definitely the research will be accelerate at fast pace. Now, open access also enables and encourages the international collaborations across the borders. I can say from different countries can collaborate more easily. When if they have access to the same scholarly resources, this leads to the more, I say, more perspectives, diverse perspective, or we can say we can share their culture with us. We can call it as a cross-cultural exchanges. Also, we have to have innovative research outcomes out of it, and most of the time we'll get it a very advanced level outcomes. I think I showed you that platforms like archives and DOAJ allows that most of the physics researchers and computer scientists and mathematicians worldwide to collaborate freely. Archive, I showed you, archived and digital DOAJ also asking for collaboration. So this is very nice encouragement towards the international collaboration. Also, it supports innovation in a developing countries. Okay, so many developing countries subscription fees, journal fees. We know that they were asking that we are ONOSR was asking us that we are increasing the fees to 49,000, 50,000, and so many people said we are not ready to take. So many people wrote a mail, we are not ready for this. We had already 5,900 for enlist earlier, but now this says we are going to increase the database like that. Now this is the things which is very important to be think about some colleges. So resources, open access resources also provide an opportunity for researchers, policymakers, and so many innovators, or we can say developers, so many different findings we are getting. We know that because of the open access, most of the developing country research have been increased. For example, open access agricultural, I just showed you open access agri archives. It definitely helps the farmers or researchers in the specific country's agriculture area, the specific diseases, to overcome some specific diseases. So these were definitely helpful for the sustainable practices across world. So I think also the last point I'm going to discuss is accelerate the scientific progress. We know that during the COVID pandemic 19, open access policy enabled rapid sharing of the medical data. We saw that at that time we kept it free data to all over the world, leading to the faster vaccine development, and it leads to the faster vaccine development. We know that that time databases were, and most of the universities also gave the remote access to the students, teachers also. This helps. That was the biggest experiment that taken place all over the world, that kept everything open access resources. And you see the research at that time, medical research at that time, it was growing fast pace. So I think open access definitely a boon for this the academic community. I think in the conclusion, I say the literature research is the backbone of a research, and also we are getting, it helps to identify existing knowledge, uncover gaps, avoid duplication. I'm just conclude it without solid literature. Means like we can say anyone can access from anywhere. So thus the literature, we can say, foundation, making a foundation upon with quality research. This is the biggest things which we have to have, that this will build a foundation for the quality research, open access. Also, the open access resources democratize the knowledge all over the world, because knowledge should not be restricted or to be privileged to specific institution or individuals who can
afford costly subscription. The developing country like us, so many people cannot afford the. I find out in the Maharashtra also that so many colleges having very less fund in the remote or rural areas. They are having very less fund to develop the institutions. So at the poor, the urban area, at least some non-grant courses can run, but in the remote area or rural areas, the fund raising the funds is very difficult. So the open access definitely the helps to these people. Also, it levels the playing field by making high quality scholarly work freely available to all. I think democracy will come in this one, and a democratization of the knowledge also will come. It will contribute, I think, to the global collaboration also, and accelerate the pace of scientific discovery also. And also, I think the smart strategies and critical evaluation are very essential in this one. I already explained you. OA tools and repositories are vital for modern researchers nowadays. And in conclusion, I can say that literature search is not according to me, just preliminary steps, but it's an ongoing process throughout the research. Also, adopting the effective strategies using modern digital tools, researchers, they should produce work. It must be a rigorous also. I can say it must be relevant also. It must be impactful also. It must be useful also, and a well executed literature search also. It's truly a backbone, I think, for the meaningful research, and it will definitely develop countries like India. Thank you very much for patient listening. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you, ILA, for giving me opportunity to discuss this topic. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you. In fact, we should be thankful to you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In fact, we should be thankful to you because with a short span of time, you responded us. And really, it's a wonderful lecture. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, Yogesh.
Thank you, sir. Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
excellent and highly engaging presentation on conducting literature search using open access resources and research purposes. Normally, people talk mostly about literature search, not linking to open access resources. And these are one of the important topic for the current situation. Your talk was not only informative, but also very practical. You have shown us how open access resources can play a vital role
Thank you.
in empowering researchers and academicians, librarians, especially in times when subscription-based databases often becomes a difficulty to subscribe and is a challenge. The step-by-step strategies we explained, the examples of various open access platforms, various open resources, and the tips on refining searches, search filters, and many things we have covered. We deeply appreciate your the clarity with which you addressed complex issues and provided simple, workable solutions with an online demo. Your session has broadened our perspective on how open knowledge can be utilized effectively to strengthen our research and scholarly communication. I'm sure many of our participants today have gained valuable insights that they can immediately apply in their own academic and professional journeys, sir. On behalf of the Indian Library Association West Zone, and on behalf of Indian Library Association, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
To be with us today and sharing your expertise with such warmth and generosity.
Thank you, sir.
I'd also like to sincerely thank all our participants as a PRO, and there are only few questions are there, and you covered many areas, sir. It's not like simple to with a huge topic in a short while. Simply you explained very well.
Thank you, sir.
Because search techniques and various resources and advanced search techniques, Boolean search techniques, how to phrase searching can be done, truncation, general open access database, DOAJ, core, aggregated OA papers, open DOAR, many things we covered, and preprint servers, BioRxiv, medical archives, social science archives, social science research network, many things we covered, reference management tools, managing search results, how to save our own evaluate, how to evaluate the sources, So many things we covered, sir. I'm very thankful to you. Now there are few questions. Before going to have a questions, I would like to request Pradeep ji to say a few words. ILA president, present president, and my colleague. Is Pradeep ji available online? Sir, Pradeep sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Namaskar to all of you, and I think it was very good presentation by Mahesh ji on literature searching using open access. And you know, this is the hello.
Sir.
Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, okay. So literature searching is definitely a cumbersome job, and you have given the live demo even how to access these open access resources, and I'm thankful to you. You have given your time, and I think today is very long session, and whatever described by Sivsankar Prasad ji about all the topic of today discussion, and I am thankful to the all team members, Vinita, Shubham, Ruby, Sambhaji, Vikas ji, Giri, Swati, Viresh, Bhoop Singh, Rajesh Sharma, Milind ji, and all office bearers of ILA, as well as the former president, Dr. Mohan Khirde ji. And he was on the day of inauguration, has delivered his talk and given the brief description. So I think I will not take so much of time. On daily basis, I am speaking with so many things. So I am thankful to all the participants who are here through the YouTube channel also. So thank you very much, each and everyone, for listening, for participating the all the programs organized by ILA. So thank you one and all. Thank you very much. Over to Prasad ji.
Thank you, Pradeep ji, for ending the session with a good remarks. May sir, there is Yogesh sir. Can you go through chat box, sir? Is it possible to? Should I repeat the questions, or can you make it?
Okay, okay.
Not many. There are 4 or 5 questions, and these are all.
Okay. I'll go through it one by. I just went through it. Okay. So, which questions are like? Okay.
How does the effective selection keywords and use of advanced search?
One questions: what parameters or criteria should be applied? Okay, while identifying whether a particular open access journal is genuine and not a part of predatory publishing practices. I just explained in this when you go through it, but means just check the inclusion of this database with trusted database like Scopus, Web of Science, PubMed, DOAG. These are the trusted one, indexing and recognized one. Now UGC care is not there, but still we were recommending earlier the UGC care. Then peer review and editorial standards, we have to check it out whether clear peer reviewed process has been followed, legitimate journals details on peer reviewed, most of the time, whether it is double blind, single blind, like that. Okay, so editorial bureau transparency you should take into consideration. I already explained in that one that rapid acceptance is suspicious always. So and publisher reputations is very much important for that. So I think these are the things we have to check it out. Means like established publishers are, we know that Springer, Elsevier, Taylor, Francis, Willis, Sage, University, but some reputable societies also there. We know we have been indexed so many times, we have been seen. Then the website quality of that database is also most important. And APCs, article processing charges, that is also they're trapping us sometimes. Like I find we have some experience with some researchers. So those are the things. Some publication practices like DOI and all, we have to check it out with it. So these are some criteria and parameters, I think, to follow. Okay, so effective selection of keywords. And so I'll take Google Scholar is often the first choice of many researchers. How far can it be relied upon as a comprehensive tool for conducting a literature search using open access material. Okay, so I already told you that Google search is also one of the is a useful, but see, I told you some criteria. If you go through my presentation, you will find I explained some parameters, which like also it's having the wide coverage. Sometimes we find out the lack of transparency. Some people are always complaining, but see, I showed some criteria to go through the journal, the article from where, which publishers, credibility, then its website, from which website it has been downloaded, and links are there. So Google Scholar, we have to filter it up, and I showed the strategy of filtration also. Now, which one next? Like contribute to advancing specialized research in a different academic domain. Like, just a minute. Specific open access
repositories such as PubMed, Central Archive, Institutional, Digital contribute to advancing specialized research in different academic domains.
Specialized research in different academic domains.
Subject-specific open access repositories such as PubMed, Central, and contribute to advanced specialized research. Yes, sir.
I didn't get the question of it.
Sir, say how there are specific databases like PubMed, okay, and Archive. They are exclusively for specific subject domain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How can they help us in advancing specialized research? So further research के लिए वो कैसे काम आएगा academic में जो already specialized.
Definitely, these are in a public domain. Different academic domains are there, but okay. So archives and all, PubMed, all this is specific, but domain specific. These are domain specific, sir. For example, PubMed focuses on science, biomedical science, and all, and archives provides preprints for physics, mathematics, computer science, and all. Okay, so these are some related fields, and definitely the I think these are specialized research in different academic domain, but definitely
which will give lot of latest and updated information.
Yeah,
so future definitely would be depends on these existing databases only.
Yeah, true.
Because the latest and up-to-date.
And some of them, I think some of them are supporting for. I think their the way of asking the question towards the supporting, whether they are supporting interdisciplinary or not. I think the questions like that. But their institutional means like they are collaborating also with some interdisciplinaries also, because we know that the world is of interdisciplinary sciences. So they are collaborating also. It's not subject specific, but it will definitely help for other fields also. I think the questions.
Just to add to what Dr. Yogesh said.
Yes, sir.
It is also like, many institutions may not be having access to scholarly literature published by commercial publishers. So these open access resources or sites will help such people to get the literature and continue their research, so that they can progress with their research. They cannot lag behind just because they do not have access to these sources, right? So these sources, open access sources, will help them.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
So one very interesting question is, in the era of AI, does the conventional literature search still holds a relevance? Conventional literature search holds a relevance. Definitely, it holds a relevance, because you know that the databases which accessed by the AI tools, we don't know. Means if you ask him it, then it gives otherwise it not give the references. Okay, so the question of reliability and accuracy is also there. Also, the transparency in the process of conventional methods allows us to researchers to document their search strategies like keywords, booleans. Like here directly you are getting something, and then avoiding means like domain specific depth. Like so through the journals and literature search, we can go to the domain specific.
Shall I intervene?
Yeah.
See, the base of AI or Google, anything is based on conventional only.
Yeah.
When whatever the literature search is happening based on the existing.
Yes.
So definitely it is a relevance. Doesn't mean that we are getting through AI. Even though AI, maybe it is authenticated, authenticity is matter, or credentials is matter, and the previous references is matter. But definitely it is a
Yeah, but means actually AI complements to the literature search, according to me. It complements to the literature search. And also AI now, most of the databases will use the AI. You are using the AI. We saw some Semantic Scholar and all. It's a question of efficiency, exploration, means exploration, personalization also, and means recommendation service, and also it recommend the readings also. Also the means interdisciplinarity means AI can go to across the disciplines also. So I think AI complements the literature search definitely.
yes, sir.
And okay.
And traditionally, we used to go to every library to collect the literature search.
Yeah.
So at least that way it gives
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
better, saves a lot of time on getting fruitful.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time. Like, if
Right.
you are writing a paper, research paper, or if you are working for a thesis, so if you put a keywords, it will give you a relevant sources. So you will save a lot of time by using such sources.
Definitely.
Again, whatever results you get by visiting like Elicit, yeah, Paper Digest, yeah, yeah, Open Knowledge Map. So, but if you getting those links or searches or results, you save a lot of time, and again you will have to go to the original source and find out the originality.
Yes, sir.
Let us not depend entirely, trust entirely these AI tools. We have to again go for it, but at least what is helpful to us is that it saves a lot of time for while searching the required literature. It gives you a required literature, then you can continue your review of the literature, or use it for your gaining knowledge for on the topic. So it's
Sir,
like that.
Definitely, sir.
thank you, Yogesh and Viresh. Shall we wind up better because it's almost time up? So
Okay.
may I now request, time has come
Thank you.
to wind up this session for not only today, for the 5 days. Dr. Vinita Jain is waiting for her deliver of vote of thanks.
Oh, what
Let's,
of thanks.
vote of thanks. And once again, thank everyone on behalf of ILA, all the office bearers, for their support and trust on me, assigning this job to be as a moderator or introductory speech, whatever you can say. So I'm thankful to everyone, and may I now request Vinita Jain to deliver her vote of thanks. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Respected chief patrons, esteemed speakers, dear organizers, coordinators, and all my fellow participants. I, Dr. Vinita Jain, University Librarian, Tirthankar Mahabir University, Muradabad. A very warm good evening to everyone. Today, as we come to the conclusion of our Skill Enhancement Program on Research Methodology and Innovation in Scholarly Communication, my heart is filled with gratitude. It is truly an honor for me to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of the Indian Library Association and the entire organizing team. Over the past 5 days, we have shared a wonderful journey of learning and growth. Each session opened new doors of knowledge. We explored important themes such as research ethics and plagiarism awareness, intellectual property rights, patent filing, strategies and key to writing and publishing quality research papers, and conducting a literature search using open access resources for research purpose. These topics are not only useful but also essential for every researchers and professionals. At this moment, I would like to express my heartful thanks to our eminent resource person, Dr. Prakash Makwana sir, Dr. Mangala Hirwade ma'am, Dr. N.B. Dahibate sir, Dr. Dattatreya Kalbande sir, and Mr. Yogesh Mate sir. Your thoughtful presentations, valuable experiences, and clear guidance have inspired us deeply. We will surely carry your words with us. We continue our research and academic journey. A special word of thanks to our chief patrons, Dr. Pradeep Rai sir, Dr. Mohan Kherde sir, Dr. P.S. Kattimani sir, Dr. Dharam Kumar sir for their encouragement and blessings. I also extend my sincere gratitude to our patrons, Dr. Kumar Abbas sir, Dr. Viresh sir, Dr. Ashok sir, Dr. Bhup Singh sir, and Dr. Sambhaji Patil sir for their kind support. Many thanks also goes to organizers Dr. Milind B. Anashane sir, Dr. O. Shiv Shankar Prasad sir, and Dr. Vishal Bapte sir, who worked tirelessly day and night for the success of this event. I am equally grateful to our dedicated coordinators, Mr. Rahul Kohli, Mr. Subham S. Mashurkar, Ms. Saheli and Atram, Mr. Harshit, and Ms. Ruby, who ensured that every details was managed perfectly and the program run smoothly. My fellow council members and colleagues, thank you for your teamwork support and dedication behind the scene. And finally, a very big thank you to all participants across the country. Your active involvement, thoughtful questions, and enthusiasm added true energy to this program. Without you, the session would not have been so lively and meaningful. Friends, as we end today, let us remember that this is not just a closing ceremony, but also a new beginning. Let us move forward with fresh ideas, a spirit of honesty, and a commitment to innovation and research scholarly communications. Once again, my sincere thanks to everyone who contributed to the success of this program. One more announcement for our participants. Certificate will be issued within the next 4 working days based on submission of the feedback form. And please fill the feedback form within the next 30 minutes. Thank you all. Over to you, Prashad sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Netaji. Without
Thank you, sir.
active participation, it could
Thank
not
you, sir.
happen. But everyone knows, part of ILA, every office bearer is happy with your performance.
Thank you so much, sir.
Of your busy schedule as a warden and wardener and as a librarian, you are taking much initiative and coordinating all the people. It's a very great thing. Once again, I thank everyone for your contribution and joining with us directly, indirectly, and the new young generation people who like Shubham, the Saheli, Rahul. Really, it's fantastic. Their patience is tremendous. Normally, people cannot sit half an hour or 1 hour. Half an hour they can use their time for mini reels and WhatsApp, anything. At least they really spend dedicated time for us. So we are thankful to the young generation as well as our seniors, Pradeep Roy, Mohan Kade, Kattimani, then Milin, Sambhaji. So all the ILA office bearers and Viresh, Hantinal. So everyone and all the resource persons who joined with us with a short short span of time, it could realize and wonderfully happened this program. Wishing all the best, all the success in the future too. And thank you once again, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Prasad sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prasad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If any name is missed, don't
No.
understand. Sorry for the inconvenience.